In the first scenario, we're going to use one of our MPR-215s here. In this case, the customer wants to monitor both the fridge and the freezer section. So normally we are using a 10-foot temperature probe. The temperature probe is very small, but the cable itself is only 10 feet long. You have to consider where it's being installed in the equipment. In this case, we want to monitor the air temperature in the center of the unit. So we're using a couple of feet of the probe to be able to go through the access port. Same thing for the freezer section. We're going through the access port and we're using a couple of feet for the probe. So that leaves us roughly 8 feet left to run to the transmitter. So in this case, even though the transmitter will take up to 4 inputs, unless there is a piece of equipment very close by, we're going to want to use one transmitter for this 215 to take in both of the signals in temperature 1 and 2. So we can read the fridge temperature, we can read the freezer temperature, and tie them in to this one transmitter. If we had another piece of equipment right beside it, where we didn't have to run that cable probe more than 10 feet to where the transmitter is, then we would be able to add a third one. But in most applications, you're not going to want to go to too many. There are going to be some cases where you do if they want to read multiple temperatures from the same piece of equipment. But normally you don't want to go more than probably 2 temperature sensors per transmitter.